1 week post St. George. This is the first moment I've had to put together a little recap, and my goal is to do this all in less than 2 minutes. I was in St. George training about 14 days, so 2 weeks before the race. I had, 1 week of solid prep and 1 week to really ride my bike outside before taper.
I had this nightmare that I had forgotten to tighten my pedals after I put them back on, so I brought a pedal wrench to transition and was like, okay, we're good.
So let's start with a swim. The water was about 61 degrees. I opted for a swim warm-up because I tend to need one. As I get older, I tend to need longer and longer to warm up. So did my swim warm-up, but then they did keep us on the sidelines for quite a bit after that. So it did get a little bit cold. The swim started off, I thought that I would just go, but I was really struggling to breathe and I almost felt like I was hyperventilating. So my mantra just became, okay, find the bubbles, stay in the bubbles, stay in the bubbles, stay in the bubbles. At one point I saw there was a clear path to bridge to the front group, but I had nothing in me, breathing wise. My muscles felt good, but I had no oxygen. So I just stayed on feet the whole time. I could have had worse feet. I was on Jackie Herring's feet, which is someone who I've watched race and who I admire. So that was really I was a little bit starstruck near the swim. And then coming out of the water, it was hilarious because I just kind of did my normal transition and then everyone just started sprinting past me. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm supposed to go faster here. Pretty uneventful onto in transition. I had a good transition otherwise.
Athletes getting into the water along the turf this morning. Again, a couple reminders, make sure that those buoys stay on your right hand shoulder.
And then onto the bike. I just felt kind of tired and no real pep. And that sort of continued throughout the entire ride. I saw people pass me. I was like, I could stay with them legally. I did use Race Ranger a little bit, but I just, on the hills, on the technical sections, I had to unclip on a turn. I don't know, there was something about that bike that just wasn't clicking with me that day, and my watts were low, and I was a little demoralized coming off the bike, and I really had to pee, but I couldn't really pee because I was dry, and I started the run, and I was just like, oh, this is going to be a bit of a slog. I passed my parents and Tara, and I think they could tell that I was struggling. But then the porta potty came into view, and I was like, oh, this is the best thing ever. So 47-second pee stop, and then I was just on fire after that. I was never really, struggling on the run. I was on top of my nutrition. I felt good. I could see the girls ahead of me, and I was just kind of gaining and gaining and gaining. Passed a few people. And then at the finish line, I was like, oh, it's over already. I need more runway. So all in all, ended up pretty good. Was 18th overall, which I'm ecstatic about considering the girls that I'm lining up with. So unfortunately, the hamstring did bother me throughout the run. I don't think it affected my performance at all. But onwards to the next one. So that's in a week. I'll be in Chattanooga. And this race recap was more than 2 minutes. I apologize. And I look forward to giving you a recap of that one. Thank you so much for all of your support. I couldn't do it without the people that are there day in and day out, giving me words of encouragement and just making sure that I can perform to my best potential.